Hey, hey, hey. Can you guys hear me? Mic check, 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 check. Hello. Can you guys tell me if you can hear my mic? Awesome, awesome. Thank you guys. You know what? The low attendance today. Low attendance. Let me post this out to the group real quick. Maybe they forgot. And then we'll get going. I'm on my laptop today, so I don't know if the mic sounds good. One more second, guys, and we'll get going. Guys, we're still letting a few more people pile in here. Go ahead and type your questions now. Get them in here before for everybody else, and we'll answer them as they were received. Okay, now people starting to come in. Anthony, welcome. Duran, Eric, Charles, Mike, Eric, Glenn, John. Robbie's in the house. What's up, Rob? Linda, John, Pat, Pullman, Mr. Ross, Scott Gagnon in the house. Tom, and Tom, 3 times. Valerie, what is up? Still more people coming. Okay. Almost ready, guys. Still more people. I don't want to have to repeat myself about 30 times, so that's why I'm just waiting. Harrison, welcome, my friend. Greg's in the house. Carl. Sylvia's now here. Melanie. Love me some Melanie. Come, Miss Melanie. Don's in the house now. E. Triple E's. E. I don't know who that is, but welcome, E. Glenn's in the house now. Gregory. Another John. Linda Wilson. Hey, what? Linda. Susan just joined. And Sylvia. More people piling in. Type your questions now. Get them in. We'll give it 2 more minutes and then we'll start. 2 minutes and then we'll start. Might have to make this an event for more people to join. Guess I'm gonna have to create an event so it gets blasted out to everybody. Okay, I'm gonna push this out once more to the regular group and then we'll go. We'll just go as soon as I hit this event. There we go. And with that said, we'll go ahead and just start coming over here and answering some questions. Now more people's piling in. Oh, I gotta do the event every time instead of just a post. I guess posts in the group don't get enough reach. Aaron's in the house now. Savi, how are you? Paul's in the house. Peter. Good. Welcome, guys, to the Q&A. Just like if this is your first Q&A, just like whenever you guys were on the webinar with us when you bought, there's a little chat box down there. Feel free to hit that chat box, type in any Q&A questions that you have. Guys, this is your time. If you don't take up this time with your questions, you're pretty silly. Excuse me. This is your block of time that you're entitled to as a member of Arbitrage Fleet. Use it wisely and ask questions. Amy just got in. Judy, welcome, Judy. STE, what's up? And with that, I'm going to take the first question. If you guys have mics, that helps me out too. That way I can ask them to clarify questions if I don't understand them. How can I pull that down a little bit? There we go, here. And here. Let's take the first one. Tom Smith. Bought the software on the last webinar. Got my first sale yesterday. Love it. Awesome job, Mr. Tom Smith. Let me see if I can open his mic. What's up, Tom? You're self-muted. You got a mic?
How's it going, man?
Good, good. So, got your first sale. How many listings you got up?
Right now, I have. Let me check real quick. It's a grind, man. It is. It is a lot. It is a grind for people out there who's wondering about it. I have about 67 active right now. And I did have a question for you, Dax. What's one of the from you? What is one of the better websites that you've seen a better return on?
You talking about a higher ROI on or more sales on?
Sales, like Walmart, because I see you guys updating it daily as far as like new retail stores. From you, what do you feel like is one of the better sites for you?
Well, obviously for majority of us, it's Walmart, and then the reason, there's a couple of reasons why. Number one is it's the only thing that we have it's one of the best sites that we have automated right now. Not the only one, but it's one of the only ones that we have automated right now that is the best drop shipper friendly. Okay, and
Okay.
they're the largest competitor to Amazon, so they're trying to compete price wise with Amazon for as much as possible. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So with that being said, that doesn't mean that's the highest ROI though. Our margins are probably lower on Walmart than some of our other sites, especially like Overstock or Wayfair.
Okay.
You tend to make larger rips on those items because we actually sell a lot larger items from those sites. So if you guys don't know, we have two stores. One just does groceries, one just does hard goods. And
Okay.
goods, I mean, we sell a lot of big giant items. Pool tables, like we've said, some of the largest things we sold is giant steel wrought iron fences for thousands of dollars. Pool tables, big giant lawnmowers, outdoor patio sets, tons of dining room sets and chairs and cabinets and you name it. So, big screened-in porches. We even sold a greenhouse. Believe it or not, it was like a 12 by 16-foot greenhouse kit. So, I mean, we've sold everything, safes, and those are where you're going to make giant rips from. Overstock, Wayfair. But as far as ROI, that's the ones to go to for now. But for sales volume, it's obviously Walmart for us. And that, again, is attributed to it was the easiest site to go out there, and it was the first site that we automated. And we do all our groceries from there. So,
Okay. Well, I appreciate that, Dax. Thank you so much, man.
yeah, man. Hey, congratulations, too, on the sale.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cool. All right. Glenn Mark says, do you accept any kind of military discounts? Glenn, are you talking about a military discount for purchasing our software? Are you talking to the websites, the vendors and stuff offer military discounts? Clarify that one. What's up, Robbie? Ross in the house. Charles Bolger. I'm doing my own proof of concept. Entered 141 products, 102 active, 38 out of stock, 22 in the buy box. Why do I have 0 sales? Great question. Let's see if I can open up Mr. Bolger's mic. What's up, Charles?
Hey, how you doing?
You're not doing anything wrong, my friend.
What?
You're not doing anything wrong.
Okay.
Listen, guys, my wife got all excited, got giddy. Babe, how long did it take you to get the buy box? Do you remember?
Okay.
Tell them.
What was it like?
Get over here. No, come on.
What was it, 90?
What day? 90th day.
Right.
90th day. How many products did you list for your first sale? 1,000 products.
Bill told me list 1,000 and then I would get a sale. And the day I listed 1,000, I got a sale.
Did you hear her?
She listed 1,000 products before she got her first sale.
She listed 1,000 products before she got a sale. I think it was like 1,016 items before she got her first sale. Now, she was a brand new account, so she didn't have the buy box, right? And Amazon, I have no clue. I don't know, and they don't publish, whether or not if you get a couple sales right off the bat because no one's on a listing and or there's limited people on a listing and you get lucky and get those first couple sales, if that boosts your buy box response time or whatnot. But that poor girl went out there, tried and true, and didn't complain, not said one word, did exactly what Bill said. Nothing more, nothing less. Watched every damn video. There's 26 pages of notes on her desk. 26 pages of notes on her desk. 26 pages of notes on her desk. And didn't get the buy box until the 90th damn day. Which the buy box wait time is between 0 and 90 days. And she got it on the 90th day and didn't make her first sale though. After that, she makes about $5,000 a month. So it's a numbers game and it's a weightings game, and there's nothing really, Charles, that we can tell you to do better or not. You got 22 in the buy box. You're winning the buy box. You're just maybe listing products that's not selling right now. Of those 22 in the buy box or those 102 active, are you listing stuff that people are buying now? Are you listing items?
I noticed that if it's something that could sell right away, it's not profitable for me to list, or it's a branding issue. I'm not.
What do you mean if it can sell something right away, it's not competitive?
Well, I can tell if the BSR is a certain number, it's going to sell right away. When I get to those kind of opportunities.
You got a magic hat?
Well, I pretty much understand how to sell products quickly. So I haven't had a problem doing that in the past. So, and I can tell when it's going to be a delay just by the ranking. You know, if there's a much higher ranking, when I hit a real good ranking, it's either there's a branding issue. I'm not branded to sell that. I'm not authorized to sell that. Or it's not profitable. I hit that a lot. My next question, if you notice, is out of 10 tries, about 10 to 30% fit the criteria, which seems like a kind of a low number.
I don't understand that. 10 out of 30 hit what?
Hit the criteria to become an active product.
So 33% you think is a low number?
About out of 10 items, 10 tries, the most I get is probably 3 or even 1.
That's 30%.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn good.
Well, based on the amount of time that it takes me to do that, it doesn't translate. It takes me more than an average of getting 15 active items in an hour.
Listen,
So
speed up, get more comfortable with the system, list more, and if you can't go fast enough yourself, scale out, get some VAs going.
well, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to think that I should be just as good as a VA, and
Or better.
I can't ask somebody to do something I can't do, and I should be able to do 15 of these in an hour, and I should be able to get active products at a higher rate.
Does anybody want to put up $100 bill in this group against my $1,000 bill that says I could do 30 minimum in 1 hour? If so, just raise your hand any day you want. We'll get it live on a webinar. We'll do a live webinar challenge. Now, I've been doing it for over a year, so obviously I got more experience. I do mental math in my head, so I'm very, very fast. As soon as I see that third number, I don't even have to hit the fourth number because I got the number in my head. I could add 28% in my head or 30% and know automatically before I even have to hit that fourth number. So I got a little bit of an advantage over people who can't do mental math. And there's, some people can, some people can't. So I have that advantage. I don't even click to that fourth column if I don't have to. If I do the math in my head, know that I'm not going to be competitive, boom, I'm already. So if I can do that mental math and know that I can't make that rip, I'm going ahead, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you just got to train yourself, get a little bit further, hire some VAs, just keep on the grind. Your sales will come. It's purely a numbers game. All right. Keep up the good job though. You're staying the course. Scott says, "Hey brother, All right, Scott, just leave those, and we'll handle them here in 1 second." Guys, we're pushing out a huge auto update algorithm to help facilitate a little bit faster. Also, we are giving you guys a new legend key for error codes, and we are also providing you a screenshot of our auto ordering system that when it comes across those errors from the API and the order screen, we're snapshotting that error code so you can see along with the error status message and the image of why that order was not placed for you. What do you guys think about that? That's pretty hot. So a lot of times people will be like, "Oh, no, my credit card's right," and they'd argue with me. "No, I entered it right. Oh, I entered the address right. Oh, this SKU's right. Oh, this is right." And you guys are wrong. 95% of all bugs or glitches that you guys say is there are not real. Fake news, just like Trump says, fake news. It's user error. And now we're going to show you that it's user error on the auto ordering whenever you don't have the right vendor keys or username passwords, whenever you don't have the right SKU, whenever the quantities not being able to be sold. So sometimes there's a minimum quantity of 2 items being sold and you listed 1, so it can't auto order. You have to manually place it because you need at least 2, or maybe you sold an item that can't be sold to a particular state, etc., etc. You're now going to know what those errors are, and you're going to see a screenshot of the process and why it stopped. Okay? That way I could throw it back in the face and say, user error. Dun, dun, dun. I hate saying it, but I got to prove to you because you guys don't believe me half the time. Matt says, for SKU errors, should we fix that in Amazon or do everything in Arbitrage Suite? So, what you're defining as a SKU error, Matt, I gotta try to decipher. Let me see. Maybe you can help talk to me. I'll open up your mic, Matt, because I didn't understand that. You there, Matt? Pulliam? You got a mic? Mic check, check, check. Should we fix? You can control everything in Amazon unless it's like an incomplete listing or a suppression that they're wanting more information from. Obviously, you can't put that inside of Arbitrage Suite. You have to go into Seller Central and correct that if you want to unsuppress that listing or make it not complete or complete again. You'd have to control that, but for the most part, you don't do anything on Seller Central unless you have to. Definitely not setting prices, etc. Charles said, what is our refund policy? It's the same as it was on the webinar when you bought, as on the order form and on our site itself. Refund policy is there's no refunds. The second that you hit this, the second you connect this to your AWS, our server, we start encountering huge server fees, all the monitoring, all the listing, everything that you do incurs instant server fees from us for providing a service, and therefore there's no refunds on that service. It's already been rendered to you. It's not like an info product or something like that. Matt says on the search products page, on the search of the product page, I'm having a hiccup. Matt, you didn't tell me what the hiccup is. So it says just on the search of the product page, I'm still having hiccups. What hiccups are they? Wow, Harrison, are you shitting me? Guys, Harrison, if you remember Harrison, he was at the VIP workshop. He left pretty early due to a fire that was in California that was coming up the canyon on him. He's not been on a computer since then. His house is not burned down at the moment, but he's still in a very bad way. His home is. So prayers go out to you, Harrison. If anybody can keep him in his prayers, in your prayers, please wish him and his family some love and blessings. Valerie, any reason not to have our VAs work more than 40 hours a week? No, Valerie, except for maybe burnout. But other than that, if you get some go-getters, we let them work as long as they want over 40 hours. We don't give a dang how long they work over 40 hours. Don says, position selector has returned. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean there. Glenn Mark talking about the sale of the software. Oh, any discounts on the sale of our software, Glenn? No, we don't have any military discounts per se on the sale of our software. However, if you'd like some of our other services, I got some leeway there. If you're military, I don't mind giving you. Is there a list of stores that are on auto order place? So Walmart's on auto order, Bed Bath & Beyond, and Costco, and I believe Wayfair. But this week, there's going to be 10 additional auto order stores on because we just implemented that new script. So it's either going to happen today or in the next 2 days, Aaron. 10 more additional auto order stores. If you're not familiar with our dev schedule right now, what we're doing is we are trying to put as many sources in here as we can. Again, up to 30. We're trying to cram these in before October. That way you can list from as many sources as possible, giving you the most opportunity to have as many listings as you can coming into the holiday season. At first, we put them manually, and then we turn them on auto ordering. Our first point of business is being able to get you to list those products, and then we'll auto order them. Okay? Charles, I don't accept emails. I got to take that email out of there, but I don't accept emails. Skype or Facebook only. Aaron Bixel says she can do about 45 listings per hour. Absolutely, Aaron. You rock. Don says, any plans for affiliate promotions anytime soon? Again, we told you guys that the super affiliates don't like promoting anything that's already been released to the public, per se. So we're still in this month right here is going to be 2 to 3 more affiliate promotions. After that, I believe from the month of September on, we are not going to allow any super affiliates, or we'll allow some super affiliates, but we're not going to stop you guys or the public. We'll be starting to run our own ads, starting to run our own SEO, turn our big site on because we don't have any information really about Arbitrage Suite, and that's done on purpose. It's all done. We just have it turned off. That way affiliates can make sales before us. So with that said, Don, you're looking probably at the end of the month, beginning of the month in September. Then we'll turn your guys on for affiliate commission. And if you know anybody that wants to come on, you'll make affiliate commission off of them. Okay? And you'll make a monthly, you'll make a one-time if they buy the VIP, and then you'll make some back-end money as well on the reoccurring. Glenn says, I have, want to buy, okay. Hey, Glenn, the best thing you can do right now is Skype me after the webinar, not now, but after the webinar, AUR-AND-DR, AUR-AND, I just sent it to you privately. Or anybody else can have it at DR-AUR-AND. Amanda says, can you tell me where is the software I bought? Amanda, I don't know who you are, so I don't have any clue. Guys, whenever you talk, I know some people think that I'm a mind reader, that I have a magic genie or a Swami hat on, but whenever you guys talk, sometimes you guys talk as you're my only customer, right? And I need details. So sometimes you'll say, hey, Dax, my order's not going through. Okay, well, what's your email? What email do you list under? What's your name listed under? Did you list it under your business name? Your personal name? Give me details. Devil's always in the details. So I won't have a clue, right? I don't have a clue, Amanda, who you are. I don't know you yet personally, like I know some of the others. It must be brand new. So I need details. And the best thing to do is hit me right after the webinar. DRAURAND. I'll be sitting here and can answer any of your questions. Glenn, just message me. Skype. I don't do emails, guys. Email to me is like, yeah, it's friggin' cancer. I hate it. Great question right here because that confuses some people. Hussein says, does VIP automate returns? No, because every return has a different situation. Whether it's a defective product, whether they want to return it just because they don't like it, whether it was broken, damage on shipping, etc. So you got to handle those with different responses. And we always never cancel the customer's item. We always want them to cancel them, Hussein. So that is not automated, right? We get them to automate it. Now, in the future, whenever we release our autoresponder, guys, you're going to have those cookie templates that's out in the membership area that whenever you get a cancellation request or you get a refund request or damage request, you can have those templates in that autoresponder. Select one template, hit a button, and boom. Okay? All right, guys. Matt, Skype me in again. We'll take a look at that. What is our cancellation policy? You can cancel anytime, Charles. Okay, Matt, thank you. Let's hook up afterwards and we'll take a look at it. Hussein says, if we unsubscribe from Arbitrage Suite after a year or so, what happens to our existing listings? Your existing listings are yours. We just will not maintain the monitoring of them, right? So your listings are yours, right? You just will not have any of the maintaining that we do, right? You could still fulfill them yourself. You could still manage your whole listing account with Amazon Seller Central. We just won't monitor those or do anything with your stuff. Now, we do hold dormant accounts, I think, for 90 days unless requested, and you pay a $50 a month fee. After 90 days, we purge it because there's too much data on our servers for it just to sit there and do nothing. So we do have, guys, just in the future, we have a $50 a month hold feature. We can hold your listings. Let's say something tragic happened in your family, personal situation, hospital, going out of the country for 2 or 3 months, whatever the case may be, and you want to put your account status on hold and come back. It's $50 a month. We will not delete your stuff out of our database. We'll hold it for you indefinitely until you quit paying the $50 a month or you return and go back to an active subscription. Okay. Amy Cooper said, I'm based in Australia. I tried all 3 credit card services you listed on the training. None allow me to sign up. Amy, I don't know what that's in reference to, and here's what I talk about with more details. The devil's in the details. Are you saying you tried those 3 credit card services to try to buy Arbitrage Suite, or 3 credit card services trying to get a credit card so you can sell? I need that answered. John, Costco is in here. If you don't see it, I'll find out why. Hit me up on Skype, BRAUR, Andy. The webinar Q&A instructions said to send questions to that email. Oh, okay. You know what, Charles? That was probably, I've had this same GoToWebinar for 10 years, and I probably didn't know that that said that. So great job on letting me know where you've seen that, and I'll remove that. Amy Cooper, you're going to try to upgrade. You could send me a Skype message. Yes. DRAURAND. Guys, Bill is on his way home now from his vacation. He'll be back late this evening, get a good rest, and then he'll be back in action tomorrow morning. I imagine you guys are still on board for your VIP workshop. So, okay, Amanda, now that I probably know who you are. Now that you said that, you can hit me up on Skype. Okay, see the disconnect there, Tom? So your name's Tom, but you're logged in as Sylvia, blah, 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 disconnect. What really helps me is, hey, my email that I purchased with is this, my name that I purchased with is this, and here's my question. My Arbitrage Suite is this email. Guys, devil in the details. Don't give it to me here, Amanda. Give it to me on Skype, like I said. Not here. These questions, when I close the webinar, are gone. And I can't copy and paste out of here. Tom, hit me up. DRAURAND. STE, I canceled my billing profile a couple months ago due to some expenses I had, but now I'm good to go again. How can I reactivate it? STG, just hit me up on Skype. We'll get you reactivated. DRAURAND. We'll get your hand up, buddy. John Yee, what do we do when a customer doesn't know how to cancel the order and don't reply? So how would you know that they don't know how to cancel the order if they haven't replied? That doesn't make sense, right? How do you know they don't know how? Let me open up your mic for you. What's up, John?
Say that.
How do you know they don't know how to cancel?
So first I have sent them an email and then I called them up. And then he said he couldn't cancel on Amazon on his side. Then the second day he sent a message through the system, and then he doesn't reply after that. So I send him a few messages afterward. He still doesn't reply.
And what does Dax, Rand, and Bill tell you to do?
Well, last time I asked you, what I told him is to use a desktop, but he doesn't reply that.
But what do we tell you to do to get a hold of customers?
Call them up,
How many times?
but I don't know.
Let me tell you guys again. Call them every half hour, an hour. Call them every hour on the hour. Call them in the morning. Call them at noon. Call them at night. Call them at 10 o'clock at night. Call them at 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
It's your job to do it, to protect your metrics. You got to do what you got to do. Call them at 6 o'clock in the morning. Set your alarm. Call them at 6 o'clock in the morning. Call them at 8. Call them at noon. Call them at 3. Call them at 5. Call them at 7, 9, 10. I've called people at midnight my time.
Okay, I'll do that.
Freaked out. I just claimed I was on the East Coast. Or West Coast, I mean. Said it's only 9 o'clock. I thought you lived on the East Coast. I'm sorry about that. It's very important I get your money back to you.
Mhm.
Obviously, I want to get it back to in a timely manner, but I need you to do a couple things for me.
Mhm.
On the phone, I walk through them. I say, hey, listen, navigate to Amazon.com. Click on orders, my orders. Do you see the order that you purchased from me? They'll say yes or no. Click
Mhm.
that. Do you see where it says cancellation request? Click that. And I'll walk them through it. Live, right on the phone. Now, if they're trying to do it via mobile, it is a little bit different animal. And depending on if they have an iPhone or an Android, it shows up differently. Their Seller Central, or order section is not very friendly on their app for cancellations.
Mhm.
So I always try to tell them if they're savvy enough, they can, whenever they could view it on their phone through the browser and pick desktop mode, and it's a lot easier to navigate. But I pick up the phone, pick up the phone, pick up the phone, pick up the phone, pick up the phone. If they won't cancel it, guys, Bill talks extensively about knowing your metrics. He talks about whether or not you should take a pre-fulfillment cancellation rate, right?
Yeah.
Or if you should take a late shipment rate, etc. So a lot of times Bill let that sit out there 30 days until Amazon cancels the order itself. Because listen, if it's going to ding your account anyway, it doesn't matter if you ding it and you cancel it yourself or they cancel it. So knowing what your metrics is and knowing where you can take that ding on which metric is very crucial. And he talks about that in the training videos. right? So,
Yeah.
John, if they refuse to answer that and you don't have any other cancellations on all your orders, then you might just want to let it sit out there until they do,
Okay.
right? And you
Yeah.
don't cancel it yourself.
Yeah.
You guys need to educate yourself. You guys need to consume the materials. And if you're a VIP, he talks real extensively about this during the accountability workshops. And if you're a VIP, we talked about this extensively on the live workshop. Watch that video. We show you live. Depending
Okay.
on what metric is what your percentages are, if you could take a hit on somewhere else, you take the hit somewhere else, wherever's the best place to take the hit. All right?
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Does that help out a little bit?
Yeah. That helps a lot. I'll call the customer up now.
I think.
After the call. Yeah.
Might have been asked on someone before, but for the return shipping address, I could put my overseas address and then send the RMA. Yes, absolutely, Amy. So if you guys are overseas, so you don't get the automated returns, you can put your overseas return shipping address, and you will not have automated returns. That way, you can just send RMA labels through the merchant to the customer. Right? Daniel Sosa, this webinar is nothing more than a Q&A. You got a question, we got an answer. Any kind of questions you have, fire them up. Will there be a mobile app for Arbitrage Suite in the future? No, it's mobile optimized. Our order screen is a little bit jacked up right now, but we're going to have a major UI haul here in a minute. But it is mobile friendly, Antonio, and we're going to make it more mobile friendly. No app needed. Terry says, where can I find the schedule for the monthly Q&A webinars to sign up? Once you sign up for one, you're signed up for them all, Terry. Every month or so, Bill will put out a new one. And the schedule is every Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, for the VIP, he normally holds that on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Sometimes that conflicts with our JV promotions. If so, he reschedules those. But usually, the Q&As are Tuesday, 2 p.m. EST all the time. Roberta says, will new members be able to come to the October workshop? Roberta, everyone's entitled to come to the workshop. If you're a VIP, it's absolutely free. If you're not a VIP, it's $997. So what does that tell you? That tells you that, hey, you're going to pay just $997 already for a workshop. You may want to upgrade into a VIP. That way, your workshop will be free and you'll get a bunch of other benefits. And guys, I can tell you right now, the workshop in October is going to be phenomenal. We have 2 big sellers that are not active in the groups. Guys, we have 6 now, 7 people in the $100,000 club. Okay? And you'll never hear them in that group. Why? They think it's cancer. It takes too much of their time and people not listening. They cringe at some of the stuff going on in there because too many people are not listening. And most of those guys are from our old school software who had it really, really not hard, but they made a lot of money with their old software, and now they know how amazing you guys have it, and they can't believe some of the questions. So they don't hang out in the groups. And that's sad because they really do have a plethora of information for you guys. And I'm trying to talk 2 of them to come to the workshop and just do a little bit of Q&A from their perspective, from a customer standpoint, and let you know their successes, their challenges, how they overcome some challenges early on, how one of them got their account from going $150,000 a month to suspended, out of business, back, shut down again, back, the challenges he had, but never let him stop, and he's right back on his game. So we're trying to have those guys come to the workshop. So it's going to be really amazing. Robbie said, I noticed speed difference when pulling items from Walmart versus other vendors such as Home Depot. Is that something you guys can speed up, or is it due to the vendor website? Robbie, what it's due to is the Exploring Walmart. So if you guys look at the Explorer, what you guys know is in very early beta, we crawled over 2-3 million items from Walmart already. So that information's already in our database. So when we look up something from Walmart, it's very, very fast. You got it? It's kind of like storing stuff in cache. That's why Google stores stuff in cache. So it brings it up faster, makes your web experience a little bit better. It's the same thing, Rob, with while Walmart listings pull up way faster, because we've already pulled in some of that data when we're scraping. Right now, our servers and our development team is trying to pour on these vendors. That's our number one goal right now, is vendors and auto ordering for you guys. More vendors, the more chances you guys have to sell stuff that other people aren't listed on out on Amazon, right? More vendors, more auto ordering. That's going to stop sometime. I hope to be done by the second week of September with all our vendors. It's looking like we might get there before then, maybe by the end of the month. And so when that happens, we can now let the Explorer tool turn that back on for scraping and use the server powers to scrape all that data down, and then it will make listing and sourcing that much faster on those other vendors. Hopefully you guys understood what I just said. Robbie, great question, dude. Let's hit up on Skype too today. Where is the VIP workshop, and please? And where is the schedule? Terry, we're finalizing it now, but it's going to be October. Here, let me just see. It's October 4, 5, 6, 7. The 4th is a VIP dinner for all the VIP guests. Drinks, dinner, that type stuff. Mingling, getting to know each other beforehand. Workshop 4, 5, 6, 7. You're allowed to come in as early as the 3rd, and if you want, anybody who comes in on the 3rd or even early on the 4th, we can meet up at the house, shoot the shit, meet each other, not a workshop, hang out, go swimming, eat some barbecue or whatnot, and hang out. Now, likewise on Monday, some people don't even go out until Monday. We had many people just hanging out at the pool, me and Scott and Gerald and some other guys hang out at the pool, ate some good food, watched some movies, had just a great time. So, likewise on the 8th, I treat all my guests. My home is your home. The workshop is your workshop. And we're going to have some amazing food, amazing content, gear you guys up really hardcore. It's going to be a little bit different from the last workshop. This one's going to be more focused on all problems, okay? Because with any good storm, any good hurricane comes a lot of problems, right? And that's Christmas. It's going to have its challenges. We want to prepare you for those challenges. We want to give you guys worksheets, templates. We want to have our autoresponder in here. We're going to teach you how to use the autoresponders. Really give you we're going to give you a triage guide, what we call a triage guide. And that's going to be a hardbound book, laminated book. So if something happens, triage, oh my God, customer didn't, everything that you guys are answering now for the big oh shit questions, customer canceled, vendor didn't place my order, or what? We're going to have what's called a triage guide. Hardbound, laminated little book where you guys can flip through it, hit the tab, oh shit tab, and then it will tell you exactly what to do, right? Or you can hit that tab. You can tell your VA, hey, here's what we need to do, etc. So that workshop is going to be geared to get you guys prepared for the storm of Christmas, the influx of orders, what to do if you cash, all kinds of stuff. Okay, that's what that workshop's going to be for. Hussein says, I currently have So Essential doing private label. Is it easy or possible to get a second account with Amazon so I can do drop shipping? Hussein, it's not super easy, but it's not impossible. Very possible. All you got to do is call them and say, hey, listen, I'd like to have another seller account. I have a good account and good standings with a private label. And now I'm doing some hard goods, and I want to do some FBA, etc. You don't even got to tell them don't tell them third-party drop shipping. Just say I want to do some hard goods and some other stuff away from my private label, and I'd like to have another account. And 9 times out of 10, they'll give that to you, no questions asked. As long as you got good metrics on your other account. Daniel, yes, this is just a Q&A. Aaron, AliExpress newly added. Wow, nice. You like that, huh? US-based products only. Aaron, don't do anything overseas. Are there limitations on VA member quantity? No. Aaron says, VAs above 20 do not show up on the products listed by page. Do you have more than 20 VAs, Aaron? If you do and that's a glitch, let me know. Does Amazon not have a problem with us calling the customers? That's kind of a little bit of a gray area, Robert. We do anyway. So we never have an issue. Yes, the cancellation template does have a link for the get them, but Robert, sometimes people are old, sometimes people are not web savvy, some people are not. They just don't get it. Sometimes they forget. Sometimes they don't check their email. So Robert, we always say, first and foremost, try to get them on the phone. You don't have to listen to us. Phil's only got 4 years of experience doing it. It's the best way that he's found. Follow us, Phil's, then he'll send them a template, or vice versa. He'll do a template and then call them too. One response, boom. No response, then he tries to call. Melanie says, Walmart canceled my order. They couldn't verify my billing address. I checked the address of Walmart. It had Tennessee as the state. It's supposed to be Texas. I went to the software to correct my credit card, but all my cards have Texas listed as it should be. Should this be a glitch? You want to check that the address inside Walmart has Texas, and all your credit cards too. And listen, put your credit cards that you're going to use, put those automatically inside of your Walmart account too, Melanie. Okay. And then you can always call and ask with their credit card fraud department, also known as their security and risk department. They go by 2 things. Some people don't even know what the hell. Some representatives don't even know it exists. Ask for the credit card fraud department or the security and risk department. Okay? Ask them to unflag your card. Ali, 2 weeks. Here's one of those vague questions again. Daniel says, are there any new features or applications coming that will make sourcing new products more swift? I don't know what more swift means. Copy paste 4 buttons is about as swift as you can get, in my opinion. Daniel, I don't know. Joshua says, do you guys use the default stuff when using Kibly to get seller feedback? Yeah, Joshua, we just use the standard stuff. However, we are alpha testing our own autoresponder right now. We're in alpha test. Susan, will you do a live stream during the workshop? Yes, we will. Will the workshop be videotaped? Yes, it will. They says, since we have Costco, does that mean Sam's Club? Sam's Club and Costco, yes. Aaron Landreth, my VA is getting 503 error trying to log into the software. Could it be their IPs are restricted? We are restricting your people, Aaron. That means they have too many tabs open, too many simultaneous connections at one time trying to come to our server, and we'll block you. Please read in the group according to doing so. Linwood Johnson, yes, Bill will be in here tomorrow. He will help you out. Melanie, go ahead and enter those in Walmart. Exactly. Make sure everything matches, guys. You have one number or asterisk wrong or comma wrong or period wrong or any uppercase, lowercase. Make sure it all matches identical. That way it doesn't trigger any alarms. Melanie, absolutely. Once you get the tracking number, you need to keep on going on Walmart, going to the shipper. Once it becomes marked as picked up from the vendor, right, in transit, then you can take and put that in Seller Central, mark it as shipped inside Arbitrage Suite. You'll be good to go. Terry says, I need to sign up for the VIP accountability workshops. Can I do that, please? Bill will post a link in the VIP group tomorrow, Terry. If you're a VIP, he'll post that link in the group tomorrow. Robert, that security and fraud department, or they call it credit card fraud department or the security and risk department, is at the vendor, Walmart, not your credit card company, at Walmart. Daniel, yes, for sure. Maria says it was hard joining the webinar today. The link was not friendly. The link to GoToWebinar shoots out, Maria. I don't know what was not friendly about it. All right, guys, come on, pile in some questions. Pile them in. Joshua, do you know how many VAs your 7 to 6 figure guys have on average to achieve those numbers? I just talked to one of them yesterday, and he is importing, guys, he's going nuts. And what he's been doing is have his VAs sourcing items for like the last few months outside of Arbitrage Suite for some reason. And then he's going to pull them all in here at one time. So he wanted to do a big old import, trying to help him out do it. But you know how many listings he has, guys? 27,000 listings. He's going from 17,000. He's going to add 10 more thousand listings. He'll probably be doing $250,000 in sales before Christmas. I'm trying to get him to attend the workshop. He has 17 VAs. Joshua. He has sourcers, he has customer service, and he has product, what do you call it? Product quality control. So he's got people just reviewing listings because a lot of them are doing mass listings. Other people, that's why he was doing on a spreadsheet. He was having mass listings done on a spreadsheet, and then he had VAs going through them, and if they're good, then adding them to Arbitrage Suite. That way he didn't have any kind of screw up because he already had his account ding, like I told you a couple times, from bad VAs. So that's the way why he's doing that. In the future, he's not going to have to do that because if you followed our webinars, you know that we have a VA section coming here really, really soon. That's a 5-part VA section that will give you a lot better metrics on your VAs. You'll know how many listings they're doing per hour. You'll know how much money they're making you, how much the total listings gross is supposed to be that they've listed, what the profit thing is listed, the true profit that they made you for the month, etc., etc., etc. So there's a huge VA section that we used to have in our legacy software that we're bringing back here, and it will help you out a lot. And it has a VA review section. So if there's some VAs that you don't trust, they're brand new, you can click review on their profile. Everything that they do will be disabled. It'll be in your software, but it will be disabled. Then you can verify everything's good and simply enable them. And then once they're trustworthy, you can take that feature off so they can just list instantly, again, like you said. Okay, says, will you consider adding an option so a specific credit card can pay a specific count? Yeah, I know about Costco's credit cards or some of the other credit cards that pay, you could use account cards, etc. It's not something that we slated for development for this year, Terry. However, it's been brought up several times. I did write it down for development, maybe for next year to look into. But right now we have our hands full with what we want to put out for this year. If we would, it's a good request. I just don't think it's in the cards for this last quarter. We're going to stop development time, hopefully at the beginning of November. Worst case scenario, the second week of November. Stop development 100% until the new year. That's because we want to just make sure all the developers are on hand to handle any potential bugs or problems almost live in real time. So we're going to have 3 different shifts for our developers starting then. That way, auto order issue, it's handled like within hours and not any other time. Any kind of bugs, it's fixed instantaneously. That's game time, right? We got to have all hands on deck, just maintaining the ship's course and maintaining and make sure none of us drowned. Okay? Aaron, yes, your guys are restricted if they're getting that 503. Will you still need hub staff, Linda? Yes, we will not do hub staff stuff, but it's a lot more in depth as far as listing stuff here. You can get a better metric. And if you're in the VIP and watch the VIP workshop, we talk about that. Aaron, how do you get them opened? Not that you got to get them open. They're opening too many simultaneous tabs at one time. There's no sense of having multiple tabs open with the listing calculator and trying to use them all simultaneous concurrently. So get with me on Skype and we'll have to talk about your situation. But offenders such as yourself, and I say offenders because there was a few people taking up a lot of bandwidth and hurting other people and slowing other people down. We can't We can't have that, right? So let's talk about what you have going on, and then we'll see what's up. They only had one tab open. It wouldn't have locked you out, Aaron. Hussein says, can you elaborate on what a VA can do? We only train VAs to source, okay? That's the most important thing for you to do. We always tell you to do this. If you get several VAs, you find a rock star that understands listing like there's no tomorrow, then you can have him trained to do some Q&A. Now, what we're going to do for you guys is we're going to have our lead VA make some training videos that will teach your VAs how to do customer service. We're not going to offer that as a service as of right now because there's too many people needing listers. But at some point in time, we are going to offer VAs for customer service. But in the interim, we're going to provide some videos that you could point your VAs to that they can watch that teach them what they might need to know to do customer service. Okay? But it's not something we'll be providing for them right now. So we only train them to do that. And we tell them, yes, find certain products with this BSR, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Yes, you're saying that's exactly what we do. Where's the link to the VIP workshop? Terry, we're going to post a new one with new graphic, etc. here in just 1 second. Bill left, obviously, guys, he's been gone for 7 days. He returns tomorrow. We'll correct the course on the ship a little bit. And I had a big 12-year anniversary. I was gone all weekend with my wife from Thursday till Sunday. So I was out of the office. Bill was out of the office. So we're back in the office, back in the commander's seat, leading the ship again. Yes, Antonio. Your one-on-one is included. Terry says, I've never Skyped before. Will you accept a phone call from me? Here's what I need you to do, Terry. Hold your phone up to the screen and let me see your screen. When you call me. Doesn't happen, right? Therefore, it's very hard audio-wise on the phone. That's why we say Skype. It's the very best because we can screen share. Because you guys know what's in your head that you're trying to explain, but sometimes it don't correlate well. Your explanations don't correlate well. And it takes too much time for us to try to figure it out. But if you screen shared me and say, hey, Dax, see this right here? I'm having a problem with XYZ, 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, boom. And it's very visual and audible. And now we can handle your problems a lot faster. So my Skype again is DR, then my last name, AURAND. So VA permissions limited to listings and access to training videos. Yes, Maria. We allow them to list and do your ordering. Your VAs can have multiple vendor sites open. I suggest they open as many tabs as they can that the computer allow However, Arbitrage Suite only have the one listing calculator tab open. Because we were having, we had a guy that has 12 VAs. Each one of them was having about 10 listing calculator windows open. They were all copying and pasting, simultaneous connections, bogging down the server extremely a lot for a lot of other people. We put that block on and it went back to its normal speed. Terry, yes, there's a separate Facebook group for the VIPs. Can you sign each one of your VAs to a specific store? Absolutely, Melanie. We do categories. So we'll do a category. We'll say, hey, listen, this is what category you have for the month. And so let's just say that category has 15,000 items in it. You know, they got to go through all 15,000 items. Is there a page within our app to share VA reviews? I don't know what that means, Maria. VA reviews. If you're talking about the feature that I was telling you earlier, where you can review their listings, that's not out yet. Ross, I've already told you a couple different times. As soon as it's ready, I'm going to put out there. Maria, you mean reviews on how your VAs are doing versus other VAs, Maria? I don't understand. Maybe I don't open up your mic. You're eluding me with the question. I don't know. Hey, Maria.
Hey, sorry about being vague, but I had a VA I had to actually fire, and well, after having had a lot of time training him, he just made a lot of listings and submitted without, it's hard because I don't know how his permissions are. And I had a bad sale and I had to deactivate both on our app and on my seller account, all, listings that he made for me. And then, it was just a really bad.
You're talking about a situation. What's the question, though? What are you trying to ask?
Well, how do we review our VAs, and where do we find at least, VIP should have access to reviews of performances of VAs, whether they're fired or not, or existing. It's kind of a protection against probably being able to hire better VAs and avoiding.
So you want to black. So if I understand you properly, you want to blackball a VA.
No, I don't want to block a VA, but at least
Well, listen. You wouldn't want to praise your VA and then tell everybody who your VA is, right? You wouldn't say, "Hey, my VA's so great. Her name's Maria Cooper. She's amazing. She lists 100 an hour, and I make $10,000 a month off her."
No.
You wouldn't do that.
No, of course not.
Because I would want to go steal her. So really what you're asking for is there a place where you can blackball somebody? Not give good feedback or bad feedback. You just want to blackball somebody.
Right. Well, I don't
Let's
necessarily.
call it what it really is. You want to blackball somebody. Or maybe protect another VIP.
Exactly. And myself too. If somebody has a bad VA and then I may accidentally
I'm not going to do that.
hire.
Listen, the groups are for this. The groups are for no negativity, no cancer, no
Oh,
quorums.
absolutely. I support that. I
Yeah.
don't want to.
Yeah,
That's
and
why.
that breeds nothing but more negativity. What one VA does for you, he might not like you. He may not like your system. He may not like how you talk. He may not, but might work for somebody else. I don't know. I don't know these things, right? So I'm not gonna actively put out there that, hey, this guy sucks or that guy's good.
No, I wouldn't do that either. Just, a general review of, a VA that might be a good fit. I don't know. I'm not being clear.
I
It's
know.
just really a bad.
All
Uh,
right, Rita. Thank you, girl. Appreciate it. Sounds like she's a little bit frustrated with her VA, but guys, we're not gonna go out there and provide you guys a place to bash or review VAs. I don't think it's good practice. We've had VAs that we've placed that they didn't mesh with the other person's personality, etc. And we replaced those with somebody else, and they're a rock star. You know what I mean? So, well, it is bashing. If you're gonna review them and say, hey, this person did this person did that, they didn't do this right, they didn't do that. It is, and I don't want to do that. Okay. Thank you for the question. Thank you for the feedback and suggestion. Bill had a list before with another group. Another group actually used to do that. There was another group that kept track of all those VAs, and they would put all the bad ones in there. And I fought Bill against that. I don't think it's right. Aaron, you've been in here forever, and I've mentioned my Skype no less than 10 times since you've been in here. And you're still asking me for my Skype. Guys, this is the stuff that I want you guys to take your keyboards, turn them vertically, and smash them between two eyes right there, right on your forehead. I have 4 children, ranges from 20-year-old twins to a gonna be 11-year-old and now gonna be a 10-year-old. And I swear on everything I love, I think you guys, I gotta repeat myself to you guys, more than children. And that's the reason for a little bit of attitude or cockiness or dick or mean or whatever you guys want to call me whenever I write the comments on Facebook. Watch the videos, watch training, listen. Because we repeat ourselves over and over and over, and it's like broken records. It wouldn't be bad if I only had a few of you, but when you get 800, a lot of children. 800 children is a lot. And we want to provide the best help that we can, but sometimes you guys make it really hard. Anyway, more questions. Gotta be more questions, or I gotta go. Well, there's a lot of newbies in here. How can you join the VIP Facebook group? Terry, are you a VIP member? If you're a VIP member, just hit me on Skype and I will give you the link. Amy says about signing up with credit cards in the USA, as you mentioned it in training. None of them allowed me to sign up from Australia. Do you have any suggestions? I know we have some fellow Aussies that are selling in here. Amy, If anybody else is a fellow Aussie, can you reach out to Amy Cooper? If not, Amy, I suggest that you just say, hey, I'm in Australia. In the group, just say, I'm in Australia. If there's anybody else from Australia, can you message me privately? PM me. Right? I know there are, and I know there's sellers there. They could probably give you some insight on what they used. But Amy, the very easiest and the 100,000% foolproof way is this. Go out to Delaware Inc. or any other site that you want and just do a Google search that says LLC for international, right? And for an international person. And you will find a lot of different companies that offer this. We use Delaware Inc. It's about $180. You can set up an American LLC for $180 a month, not a month, $180 fee. Then that EIN will allow you to do a couple different things. Number one, you get a virtual US address. As soon as you get a virtual US address, you can get a virtual US phone number and take those three pieces of information and now get a bank account, a US bank account, and you can do that all online. Once you get an LLC, okay, so you already have an LLC, you already have a US address, and you already have a phone number, Amy, go simply open up a US bank. Period. Now you will get a debit card. You won't be able to get credit underneath that LLC right away because you have no credit history. So what can you do? What you can, oh yes, the banks will let you open one. Absolutely. Absolutely, the banks, it's got to be in not your name, it's got to be in the LLC's name. You put your address as the bank's address. I mean, as the EIN address, same address. So you said banks, unless you applied for 10,000 banks. No, you're wrong. Just ask in a group. Hey, is there anybody that set up an LLC as a foreigner living outside the U.S. and what online bank did you use? Those type questions are great questions for the group. Okay? If you're doing anything outside the U.S., definitely try to get a VPN, Amy. Use Hide My Ass or anything like that. Okay? But once you get that, that's the very easiest way. You'll be good to go. You'll be golden. I'm a VIP member, but my workshop still shows pending. Terry C. Get with Bill tomorrow. Bill handles all that. He'll be back tomorrow. Antonio, you do have a search. You got a search function in both groups. When you get your VAs, what's the first thing you should do? Get Hubstaff, absolutely. Set them up in Hubstaff. Skype them. Introduce yourself. Guys, listen, when we give you VAs, you're in control right now. You can't expect to get these VAs and then magically you're going to have a working team. You still have to be the boss. Do you know any job where they don't check to see if their employees come to work? Do you know any job where they didn't check on a brand new employee to make sure they were doing stuff right? many of you guys are getting VAs and then you just let them go and don't do any kind of management. You still have to manage the VAs. And if you don't want to manage VAs, you need one good VA that you can turn into a manager. Okay? So tell them what your expectations are. Tell them, listen, you are to list no minimum than 10 listings your first couple days. 15 listings after that. I won't tolerate anything less than that. If you don't think that you can't do that right now, let me know and I'll get a new VA from Daxon Bell. How do you think a phone call is going to go with me if I'm talking to a brand new VA? It ain't going to be roses and sunshines and fairy dust falling out of their ass. I can guarantee they're going to know that I mean business, that I'm a boss, what my expectations are, what their rewards will be if they hit my expectations, and what the actions will be if they don't hit my expectations. I tell them, hey, listen, I hire very slow. Took me 2 weeks to get you. I hire very fast. It will take me 2 seconds to fire you. I don't play games. I expect you to work hard. And for that, I'll pay you for your time. If you work outside my expectations, I'll reward you with that as well. In turn, I will give you exactly what you give me. Nothing more, nothing less. You put in more effort, I'll give you more pay. You slack, I'll fire you. Is that understood, Amy? Yes? Do you want to work for me? Yes? Okay, great. How do you think the first conversation is going to go when they don't meet expectations? Hey, Amy, seems like you only listed 8 listings per hour. I have other VAs doing 15 to 20. You're falling below. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you have a question. Do you have a question? Do you have a concern? What's the scenario? Oh, my brother's mom's sister was sick. Listen, Amy, I don't care about your mom's, brother's, sister's, cousin's mom. They're not paying my bills. They're not paying yours. If you'd like a job, you have to overcome adversity. Just like the rest of us, you still have to come to work. You guys understand? It's your job to monitor them. Employees are like rungs on a ladder. They're meant to be stepped on. That's just an old joke from Star Trek. But listen, really, treat them how they treat you. Don't treat them any worse. Don't treat them any better. Set goals. Set rewards. Give them spiffs. Also, dock their pay if they're not doing well. If they're red, they're dead. You lose that 10 minutes of your time. Let them know. Give them a report. Skype them. Screen share. Look what you did. You did not perform well. What were you doing here? Or vice versa. You know what? My expectation is only 15. You've been turning out 25, 30 per hour. You're doing absolutely amazing. If you keep up that good work, next week I'm going to reward you. However, don't take my kindness for a weakness. When I reward you, don't start going backwards now. Don't get lazier. The more you progress, the more responsibilities I give you, the more pay that I'll give you. Would you like that responsibility? Etc. You guys understand? Yes, no, maybe so. Joshua, yes, there was a bug in that. Do you recommend I start an LLC before I start listing? Not if you're in the U.S., Terry. No sense. Molly says never had to manage another person, so it's going to be new to you. Listen, what's expected of you when you work? It's not hard to manage people. Hubstaff does a lot of the work for you. Hubstaff keeps track of what they're doing. If they're falling below on listings, if they're screwing off, they have a lot of orange and a lot of red, Hubstaff. Guys, on our 2-week guarantee, that doesn't say, hey, get a VA, wait till the 2 weeks is almost up or the 2 weeks is 14 days has gone by and say, hey, Dax, I want a new VA because they're only listing 4 per hour. Huh? I literally had a guy hit me back on the 14th day, ask for a new replacement because his VA was only listing 4 to 6 per hour. What's wrong with that scenario? Why in the hell would the guy let a VA get by with listing 4 to 6 per hour? He said, well, I talked to him and told him what I expected. What was the consequence that you gave him? Nothing. Really? So there was no consequence for their inaction? Well, I would work as less as possible too. You know, I love my wife more than anything on earth. She says, I hear you. She's in the other room. She's in the other room cleaning, and she heard me. I love her more than anything in the world, but I met her as an employee. I know, bad boss, right? And she was the worst employee I ever had. She probably worked harder at not working than if she would have just did the work itself. Anyway, long story. I'll tell it at the VIP workshop if you ask me about it. It was cute how we kind of started dating. Anyway, she was a horrible employee. She honestly tried to do as least amount of work as possible. And sometimes that's what these people will do. That's what these people will do. We'll do as least amount of possible work. Molly says it can't be as stern as you. Listen, you don't gotta be over to the top loudmouth like I am. I don't have a filter to tell Ike how I feel, even if it's wrong sometimes, a lot of times. But that's me. That's my personality. You don't have to be me, but you do have to have some authority, Melanie. You do have to have some kind of authority. And listen, you've invested your time, all you guys. You've invested your time. You've invested your money. You're taking your time away from your friends, family, your own personal time, etc., to try to improve your life, your situation, your income, whatever it is that you're doing. So you're taking that time, make it pay for you. And having somebody else screw off your time, a VA, is just setting yourself up for failure. So get with it. You don't gotta lean. You don't gotta be as mean as I am per se. A lot of people say I'm mean. I'm really not. If you know me personally, I'm really a cream puff. Give examples how we reward VAs, how much you give. So we run spiffs all the time. Cyan, we run what's called a spiff, little contests. Hey, your goal is this amount this month. If you guys hit this goal, we'll give you XYZ over. Now, our VAs work anywhere from 2.5, I think, is our lowest VA, and our top VAs are making over 4 something an hour US. And then the Philippines, that's really, really good money. Right? So we'll offer them, $50 US if they hit a goal of XYZ. $25. We'll send them money to their Payoneers, etc., cash, or PayPal them. Some of them have PayPal. Where is the VIP workshop? It is at the Doubletree Hotel, Collinsville, Illinois. Let me just pull it up right here. Doubletree. And this information is going to come out really soon. We got a flyer being made for it. It's this one here. Doubletree Hotel. Doubletree by Hilton Hotel. Collinsville, Illinois. 62234. They're running about $100 a night. Okay. Four-star review. $99. There you go. TripAdvisor. Melanie says, I am mean but funny. I'm not mean. Trust me. You don't have to be a LLC percent. You could be a sole proprietor. You can. It's up to you. Your choice. Be careful. Nina's a great lady. She'll get her bodyguard. Yes, she will. My wife does have a bodyguard against me. She does. Come here. Where's your toy? Where's your toy? Look at your stick. Look at your stick. On orders that require manual ordering, do you do all those yourself, or do you trust your VAs? Obviously, we don't do anything, honestly, Melanie, in our business. We don't do anything. All VAs. Yes, they have access to all our credit cards, all our personal info. Oh. You ready? Are you ready? Are ready? Okay. So our VAs. And again, that's some of the trust ones. Melanie, they've been with us forever. Are ready? Are ready? Are ready? Any more questions, guys? We don't train VAs to do manual orders for you, Anna. But yes, we train our own VAs to do manual orders. Listen, Bill's going to have a whole series of videos. I can't remember how you pronounce the language, the Philippine language. But our VA is going to be recording all VA videos for customer service, for manual ordering, etc. for you guys. Yeah, Tagalog, yeah. That's it. What Maria said. He's going to be recording that in the Filipino language, and you guys will have access to give your VAs those. Okay? Bill said that he's going to be recording in their native language, and then your VAs can have access to those. And later on, once we catch up on our regular VA listings, then me and Bill's talked about having him do some customer service too. Because I mean, the ultimate goal of everybody would be to have as much hands off as possible, right? So your VAs need lead, guys. Your VAs need lead. And you don't got to be mean to them, but you have to be stern. If they're not meeting your expectations, you need to let us know as soon as possible. Don't wait for that 2 weeks. We want them to work out for you just as bad as you wanted them to work. And there's some bad ones out there, but there's a lot of great ones out there. Their cutoff time to upgrade, 60 days, Anna, to VIP, 60 days, in order to keep the $3,000. The VA fee is going to $5,000 as soon as the BSR sniper, the cashback sniper, is implemented in here, along with the autoresponder and the gift card tracker and the refund tracker. When those 5 things are implemented in here, and we're hoping to have all of those done by the holidays, by November, end of October latest, it's going to $5,000. All right. For those who are going to attend the October workshop, be prepared to be treated some awesome food. Yes. My wife and her brother and our friends, they all cooked amazing food for you guys. They got a whole staff, whole team that works for him, and they're going to be out cooking you guys some amazing. We're going to do like a 7-course dinner for the VIP dinner. It will be of a quality that you can get in a nice 5-star restaurant. It'll be a 7-course meal. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Which email address can I use for multiple orders on Walmart? Mark Steer. I don't understand that question. Which email address? You want to use your email address. Any email address, Mark. Make sure, though, guys, anything that your credit card details, that your Walmart vendor account setup, everything matches to the T. If you're capitalizing your cities, your states, your street names, etc., capitalize them. If you put them lowercase them. Make sure everything matches identical to help not trip their fraud filter. Okay? How long should I wait to hire before I hire VAs? Terry, there's a lot of people that hire them from day one. It's up to you. How fast do you want to scale? Listen, you guys are on a numbers never lie, and this countdown never lies. So the countdown to Christmas is not going to lie. The countdown to the storm is not going to lie. It starts around that first week of October. So you basically have 60 days before the storm starts kicking in. And once it starts going, it's full blown. Either you're going to make sales or somebody else is. But somebody's going to make sales on Amazon. And then I'd rather it be me or one of you guys. So your time frame to get as many listings as possible is not very good. 60 days. So take 60 days if your VAs work every single day, or if they're only going to work 6 days a week, or if they're only going to work 5 days a week. Do the math, guys. Okay, I want 10,000 listings. I got 60 days, but really I don't have 60 days because they're only going to work 5 days a week, right? So I got 20 days out of the month. So I really only have 40 days to list before the storm. So if I want 10,000 listings, let's just call it 50, just to round it up. 50 listings. Guys, do the math. You need 2,000 listings. 50 days. Yeah. 200 listings a day. 200 listings per day for those 50 days. Active. Here's a great question. What do you think holds most people back from being successful using this software? Well, not just this software, Tom, but we're going to talk business in general, then Amazon business, and then the software. So in general, people get shiny object syndrome, Tom. They can see this picture in their head with them doing exactly what we're doing. And so it's a very easy sell because they want to do the exact same thing. But Will Smith just put out a video, and I don't know if he just put it out or I just seen it on Facebook, but it was funny. Somebody seen Will Smith and I'm just going to paraphrase the conversation because I don't know verbatim, but he said somebody comes up to me and is like, "Hey, Will, blah, blah, blah. I love you. You're my favorite actor. You're this, you're that. You're a movie star. You're a millionaire. I want to be just like you." Well, no, they don't. No, they don't. Not really. Because most people don't want to put the sacrifice in. People don't want to sacrifice what it takes to be at the top of anything. If you want to be at the top of anything, it takes hard work. It takes blood. It takes sweat. It takes tears. It takes a lot of emotion. It takes time, money, etc. So, what do I think people's biggest failures with business in general is? They want the sizzle, but not the steak. I mean, they want the steak, but not the sizzle. The sizzle kind of burns. The grease pops. It burns you. It's hot in the kitchen, sweaty. People don't want that. They just want the gratification. They want the glory without the hard work. That stops people in business. Because once the sizzle starts to happen, if you're cooking bacon, for example, and you're my wife, which she hates cooking bacon, but you know what I woke up to every day for 4 days in a row during my little mini vacay, my anniversary, was bacon and eggs. She's about 5 foot nothing, so the grease pan is right in front of her face. It pops on her, oil pops on her. Not a pleasant time for her cooking bacon. Well, in business, the exact same thing happens. People start getting burnt. It starts getting hard. They get an order canceled here in Arbitrage Suite. They don't know what to do. They didn't consume the information. Then Dak says, "Hey, go watch the videos." They don't want to watch the videos. They want the quick fix. They just want me to tell them what to do on every scenario instead of learning so they can know what to do, right? They don't want to put the time in. They don't want to put the effort in, Tom, to watch the videos, to consume the information, to educate themselves, and devour all the information that Bill put out there for them. They don't want to do that. So the first thing they do is they come to the group, they ask the question, we tell them, "Hey, go watch the videos." They get aggravated, they get mad, they didn't get their quick fix, they're not getting help, wah wah woo, and they get disheartened. There you go. That right there is something that keeps people from being successful with this software. Period. Consume the information. Treat this as a business. You'll get out of it whatever you put into it. You'll get out of life whatever you put into it. You do bad in life, expect bad things. Trust me, I know. Do good, you get good things. Trust me, I know. I've done them both. You cut corners, you're going to end up paying for it in the long run. You put in good effort to learn, you're going to get rewarded at some point in time. Trust me, I know. I've done it all. cutting corners, doing this. I've also done the other thing where I sunk my teeth into it, learned every ounce of anything I can learn about the subject. You'll get out of life, business, arbitrage suite, your relationships with your family, your spouse. You'll get out whatever you put in. Period. It's like a karma thing. You don't believe in karma? It'll come for you, knocking on your door one day. Good or bad. You may not recognize it as karma, but it's there. All right, guys, that's about it for me. Mark says, I have multiple orders, all using the same email address. Absolutely, Mark. I mean, guys, I hate to keep on tooting this horn, but, you know, there's a lot of people that I could praise, but the guy that's getting the biggest praise in the group right now is Scott Gagnon. The guy is a rock star. But why is he a rock star? You know, the second that he walked into my workshop, I knew he was success. You know that? So I had a little bit of conversation with him before the workshop on Skype, and I had a little bit of interaction with him, and I thought, man, this guy's a pain in the ass. And then the second that I seen him, I knew differently. I knew differently how he carried himself, how he presented himself. That, wow, I don't even know this guy yet. Who is this guy? This guy looks like he come here to do business. That's what I thought of him the second I saw him. This guy right here, you could tell just by his mannerisms, his actions, his demeanor. This guy's here to rock and roll. I'm like, hey, Dax Brown, who are you? He said, Scott. Scott Gagnon. Okay. I remember you. Okay. So now I was like, wow, is that pain in the ass? This guy looks like he's serious. And he sat right by us, right at the top. And he was laser focused. Anything that was being said, he's taking notes. Anything he's doing, he was laser focused, laser sharp, attentive, asking questions, helping others. And I thought, wow, this guy's fucking the deal. Along with others there too. And all of a sudden I started finding out more about him, and then he started posting his results. And he didn't screw off. He's got like 7 VAs, and he's got more he's training or more hiring. And I can guarantee he's going to the top. He'll be the next $100,000 club member. Period. I know it. And that doesn't mean you guys can't do it either. He's not special. I know a lot of people think he had rainbows shooting out of his ass, and even post a little gif of him doing so. But he's no different than you. The only difference is he's going after it. He believed in the system. Number one, he did have some experience in Amazon doing some other stuff. He had some experience in eBay doing some other stuff. So when he seen the system, he believed in it, number one. So a lot of you guys did too because you bought. But what's maybe separating him from some other people? Because while you bought the program, Scott consumed as much information as he could. And what do I always tell you guys on the webinar? That this webinar is for who? The webinar is for you. That the Skype is there for you. And while I thought Scott was a pain in the ass because he put in 10 tickets and he Skyped 50 times, the second that I found out who he was and what he was doing, it all made sense. He wasn't doing it because he didn't know the information, didn't consume the information. He wanted to get fast track. He wanted to devour as much as he could and suck as much information out of Bill, myself, the software, the resources, what we had available so he can scale this insanely fast, and that's what he's done. So you can do the same thing. You could be that next pain in the ass, consume the information, bug the hell out of me. If I had a webinar and I'll sit here and answer any question until there is no more, the guys would have to get rid of me. They would hate me, especially if they gave me their personal Skype, etc. They would love to hate me because I would be bothering the shit out of them. And as long as it's good questions, we don't mind them. Stupid, not, and I shouldn't say stupid because no question's stupid, but the ones that you can go out there and research for yourself, those are aggravating. So be like Scott. Go out there, consume the information, put this in high gear. Now, he may have a little bit of advantage over many people, and that is he did have the funds to go faster, but that doesn't mean you can't do it as well. You just have to do it in other ways. Be creative. Bring on a partner that you can't pay in cash right now. Bring on a nephew, a niece to list for you. I don't have the money to pay you now, but what we need to do, show them the system, show them how it works. Help me out, and then at the end of the Christmas, we'll get our payday. Think outside the box. You have one mission. List as many items as you can between now and the storm. That's the mission. Should you choose to accept it? If you accept it, take it and spearhead it full on. Go out there and find people that can help you out. Find a money partner if you need money. Find a lister if you can't afford a VA. Find your niece or nephew that's in high school. Pay them, hey, I'll pay you $7 an hour, and then when Christmas comes, we'll give you a bonus. Or whatever minimum wage is in your state. Or just work and I'll give you equity. X amount of percentage of the sale. Do whatever you have to do to get as many listings up as you can. Do whatever you have to do to consume as much information as you can. Okay? That's it, guys. How do you purchase VAs? You can purchase them in the membership site. Do you bother to compare your purchases against your credit cards just in case your credit card gets hijacked? Yes, Melanie. That is a great question, and absolutely they do. So once a month they do that. Constant, there'll be more people who don't take action rather than taking action. Yeah. For me, it was seeing the first sale yesterday. One of my biggest motivators. Hey, listen, the sales will come, even if it don't happen to my wife until the 90th day. Or, not 90th day, but 1,000. When she got about 1,000 something products listed, that's when her first one come. Terry, you can still keep on listing after October 1st and October 31st. I'm just saying that's the beginning of the storm. Come November, late November, you're probably going to be needing to manage your stores. I would say that once, December hits, I wouldn't focus on anything about listing. At that point in time, you should try to maybe train one of your VAs to help you out with manual ordering or customer service. Right? So if you guys do have VAs, that's something to think about, is trying to have at least one of them help you out so that when you're sleeping, they could be working because of the time zone difference, and vice versa. Guys, a lot of new upgrades coming. Please watch the group. Terry, just give us a holler. We'll get you going. And two, listen, guys, once you get all those listings up, you don't have to keep all those VAs either. When you get 10, 15, 20,000 listings, you don't have to keep that many VAs. You can trim back your VAs, hire some of them to do customer service, hire some of them to do maintenance, and then just keep some of them, because you'll always have churn. You'll have listings that die. You need new listings to always keep your numbers up, right? You're going to have a churn ratio on listings. You're going to need to, once a month, go through your listings and eliminate poor performance sellers, which we're going to give you some data inside of Arbitrage Suite later to help identify your selling SKUs and SKUs that are just dead weight that might be killing your competitive advantage score. So we'll help identify those, and you can archive them, etc. Right? All right, guys, that's it for me. Hit us up tomorrow on the VIP workshop. I believe Bill's still going to have it. It should be about the same time. You can hit Bill up as early as probably 6:30 in the morning tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Daylight Time, rather, and he will be up and at 'em. I know he's got a lot of work ahead of him on some stuff that I couldn't do. And I look forward to talking to anybody on Skype real quick after the webinar. You guys have a good one. Peace.